Hi, everybody. Robin here at Toadstool Tarot. I see Marilyn and M.A. the Gray today. So happy to see you. Glad you're here. It's a pretty Saturday, autumn in New York. Love that song. I'm still celebrating with leftover Halloween candy that was on sale. The autumn mix. Most of you don't like candy corn, or many don't, but this is the Brock's makes pretty good candy corn and jelly beans if you can find it. Usually there's some generic brand, but Brock's is the best here. I don't know if they have Brock's abroad. I think it's maybe only an American thing. Hi, Simon. Welcome. So here we are again after a walkthrough last week of the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which I'm liking. I actually put it in a little pouch, so that'll make it easier. I can't decide. I think it might be premature to dispose of the box, even though I want to make space, because there is a book inside that I should keep, even if I let the box go. But if, say, 6 months down the line, I decide I don't want to keep the deck, then is it problematic that I pass it on and there's no box? I don't know. I'll have to decide on that. Candy corn and salted peanuts together is good. Oh. So anyway, we are up to shelf number 7 of my Clearout. I know it's taken 7 separate weeks with other stuff in between. Excuse me. And hope everybody has a little beverage of some kind. I just have several bottles of water around because I'm got a little bit of dry throat today. Simon says, I still can't get rid of boxes. Something just stops me. Yeah. All right. We'll dive in. First deck is the Primordial Dreams Tarot. Ooh, it looks like I dropped this somewhere and the bag got soiled. There's a little water stain on the bag or something. It's a shrink. I'm not shrink. It's a cinched muslin bag or canvas bag. This is it is a tarot. I keep thinking it's an oracle. See if doesn't look like the book got damaged. It's got kind of a nice book in it. I bought this because it looked kind of like cave art, cave painting. It actually, I forgot, it comes in a nice 2-part kind of box. Not quite as heavy as some of the ones that have been coming out, but it's sturdy enough. It is edged in a kind of a metallic black. These are the backs. I think this was AI tools used for this. And I like the imagery, but I think I found it difficult to use because there's no numbering or labeling. You have to get these are dots, and I can't remember. Also, the suits kind of don't match. So the whole system's a little bit confusing, even though I do like the images. But it's funny, as much as I like these images, I think the system is just a little bit challenging to use. And I haven't picked it up in probably 6 months. So now that I'm looking at it again, I'm kind of enjoying some of these images, but I don't know. I had there's one of the suits is kind of blue, and the blue doesn't really go so well with the earth tones, I don't think. I had kind of pretty much decided I was going to let this go until I looked at it, and now I'm having second thoughts. But I think I'm going to go with my initial impulse, because it's one of those out of sight, out of mind decks where, yeah, if you look at it, it's interesting, but if you don't reach for it, what's the point? So it's going back in the box, and I'm going to let it go. So progress already. One deck is going. Oh, hi, Will. Let's see. In Arizona, we don't change the time because we're not afraid of the dark. Like the art, but don't want to learn a new system. Never seen this before. It looks really cool. Oh, hey, Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot. Welcome. Now I got a problem. I'm going to be hacking all the way through this. I hope I'm not catching a cold again. Had one about a month ago when I went away on vacation. And that wasn't pleasant. Okay, so that's going. I do have a walkthrough of that if you want the full spiel with the suits and the whole explanation. You can go digging back in my channel archive. Deanne, I've been missing you, Robin. Weekends have been so busy. Good, but busy. I'm glad you've been busy. I'm glad you've been occupied. Next deck is, what's the next deck? All right, this one. This is a kind of an odd one. This is a friend of mine who was in a band, contemporary band, along with mine back in the days. Hey, Kristen. Named Jeff and Jane Hudson. And Jane Hudson lives upstate in New York. I believe New York, not Massachusetts. I could be wrong. It might be Massachusetts. Anyway, she is an artist as well as a musician, and she did this series of spiritual kind of paintings. And when she did them, I said, oh, you know, they remind me very much of kind of Lady Frida Harris, and you should think about maybe doing a tarot deck with them. So she did a majors only as kind of a self-promotion sort of thing. And she just calls it the Major Arcana Tarot. And she does readings in, I want to say Williams or Williamstown, Massachusetts. I'm not sure. Anyway, these are the backs. And these are the fronts. I wouldn't have chosen a blue background myself. I probably would have chosen like a ivory or an ochre or something. And they have a kind of a feel of almost Native American. What do you call them? Not rugs. Tapestries, maybe, or I don't know. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. It's kind of nice art. Some of it's a little complicated. And I don't know if she reads from these intuitionally or just goes by the numbers and the names. But I think the cards could have been formatted a little bit more flatteringly. But I'm glad she did it. She made it available, and just because I know her and it was, you know, partially my suggestion that got her to do this, I'm keeping this deck, and I think she did gift it to me, so that was really nice. So yeah, Jane Hudson, Major Arcana Tarot. That one's gonna stay. It's hard to let go of gifts from people. Sometimes I do, if I'm just not making use of them. Sometimes there's a kind of a nostalgic connection. So anyway, this one's staying. Next one is, oh, ooh, this is like one of my favorite drawstring bags. This was made by Peggy Papez, Lisa Papez's wife. Beautiful colors. I love this. And it is holding my, boy, I'm blanking out today. The Tarot des Ozarks. Okay. The second edition. And this is one of my favorite contemporary Tarot de Marseille decks, although I believe it's not specifically referred to as Tarot de Marseille. It pretty much follows that system. You don't want to call it that. It's a pip deck. But each one is a completely different and unique painting with different coloring. It's really, really beautiful in terms of a modern Marseille style or pip deck. I really, really like this a lot. And I'm not generally into sort of modern decks, but I mean, it's kind of, the imagery is kind of old school, but the painting style is more modern. And it's nice and bright and colorful. I love the color palette. So anyway, yes, this is absolutely staying. Tarot des Ozarks. Did I say that? I slapped the label on the box. And I think you can still get these little see-through tins on Amazon for, I can't remember if they're like, you get 4 of them for 10 or something like, I don't remember the price. You'll have to check it out. But I still have it in a pouch. Love that. Keeping that. Who else popped in? Somebody else I noticed. Oh, hey, Beth. Aspasia Rising. And Lady Blind Wolf. Hello. And Zach, Tarot's Abyss. Wow, what a nice little group today. Okay, next one is, ooh, blow the dust off this. You can tell I haven't used it in a while. This is the spread deck by Holly Nelson, first edition, 2021. You guys know this one? I don't generally do spreads, and I thought this might like open me up to using them. Here it gives you a little bit of an idea how they work. These are the cards, and you can lay them out, and then you lay cards underneath them, or they also have the word smaller in the top and then large in the middle, so you can overlap the deck you're using. Oh, well, it shows it here. You can lay it right on top. You can lay your card right on top of the spread card. So it's an interesting idea if you want to use spreads, but you don't want to use spreads out of a book, or you can't figure out how to make your own. There's a whole bunch of options in here, various things that you can use to help guide you. I thought it was a really great idea, and I thought it might help me do spreads, but part of the thing about doing spreads is you really need good table space. And I don't really have a lot of table space. At home, I've got next to none. I have a little lap tray. And so I tend to do like 3 to 5 card spreads or something like that. If the cards are smaller, I can get a bigger spread. If I go to a cafe, I have a little bit of room on my table, but I don't want to, take up the whole restaurant with my tarot. So I have found that I haven't really dragged these out and used them, so it can go. Nice idea, but do I use it? No. If I don't use it, do I need it? No. Let's see. I bought this deck for exactly this purpose. Sadly, never used it. Exactly, Simon. You know, what am I going to do if I don't use it? Let's see, what else? Oh, here is my favorite, still my current favorite Tarot de Marseille. I'm not thrilled about the box. It came in a little box. It's a majors only. Cute. But I found this on Kelly Bear's channel. She shared it. I can't remember what I think the theme was something like really odd decks or weird decks or something. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I don't keep it in this. I keep it in a little suede pouch. These two I got on Amazon. I think you get like a pack of 3 for $10 or something, like suede cloth. Really nice. And there's room to lay out a spread of about 3 to 5 cards on there. And there's a little pocket there. So these are nice. This is the Tarot de Marseille by Victoria Dorsch. I had to order this from France, but it came really quickly. And the cardstock is really atypical for me. It's really nice. It's like matte, and it's kind of like art card or art paper, sort of pretty and colorful, and really, really beautiful and whimsical depictions of the major arcana from the Tarot de Marseille. I really, really enjoy this. It brightens my day. It makes me smile. I haven't carried it in my bag for a while because I haven't really been using Marseille. I've tried to, besides limiting and clearing out my shelves at home, I've been trying to like limit how many decks I take to the cafe with me in my bag. So I always take my open face tarot and like usually tarot of manuscript of initiation. That's my favorite. And then I have like a little mini radiant rider deck, and sometimes one more, but that's a lot already. I used to have this in there all the time, but it's just like, oh, I had to weed out a little bit. But it'll probably go back in my bag at some point. I really love it. I guess I feel like if I've got the open face, it's a majors only. Do I need to have 2 majors only decks in there? But, and I always carry mine, so whatever. It's pretty. I love it. So yeah, that's absolutely staying. I may relocate it to a better place. At the moment, I mean, it was just kind of on my bed with my favorites within arm's reach, but I'm trying to eliminate that and get stuff on shelves. So I may relocate this to a better spot. The ones I'm showing you today, even though I called them shelf 7, are actually the top ledge of a rolling table near my computer. So it's not exactly a shelf, but we'll call it that. The next one, I don't remember what's in this little bag. Cute little bag. I love these. You can usually get them in like little Tibetan shops, if you can find them, or Nepal. What is this? Oh, okay. This is the, I don't know, I don't remember the name of it. It's the CS Tarot that's like the sort of bridge size version, which is really nice. I used to carry this one in my cafe bag instead of the Radiant Rider, but the Radiant Rider was one from a tin that I trimmed the borders off, so it's smaller and doesn't take up as much space. Talk about nitpicking between bridge size and mini. It's not that much difference, but it's enough of a difference to mean I can probably fit another deck in there if I downsize. But anyway, I like this. I have about 4 or 5 kind of smallish Rider-Waite Smith decks and that I like, and this is one of them. So that one's staying. What's next? How are we doing? 121. Ooh, this is weird. I don't even remember what this is called. There's this company I found on Amazon. I think they're somewhere in Europe, called Flawn's Gift. And if you like weird playing cards, they have a wide array of art playing cards. And Simon remembered the other one. Good idea to start with index cards, Zach. See how you like. Oh, what are we talking about? How well do spread engines work for readers? Something like this one. I might just write words on index cards. Yeah. Reminds me of a Kitten Chops deck. Yeah, it does. 7 shelves, that must be a big wall space. How many shelves in total, Robin? No, it's different units, and they're parts of different shelves. Most of the shelves are taken up with CDs and books, and one is a hell of a messy altar space. There's so much stuff crammed on the altar space, including some books, that it's not even really an altar. It's just a storage for things I love, little statues and crystals and things. So at some point, if I can make enough space, I can set up a decent altar. Also, I see I have an old boombox there that I don't think works anymore that I can throw out. That'd make a lot of space. Yeah. So shelves, what did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. 6 shelves I used here, and then the 7th one is right now the top of the ledge of this 3-shelf rolling table. But actually, my shelf units have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shelves on them that I could use, and they're adjustable shelves. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to downsize. I don't know if I'll get to the point of really organizing to that degree. What is this little rider? Oh, that was the CS Tarot, but I can't remember what the name of that one was. If you go on MPC, I think all his stuff is still there, in Conrad Stain's shop. And I got another one there that had little blue corners and a kind of a cracked eggshell back. And that blue really bugged me. So I went and ordered this one that he had changed. So it's like a solid eggshell color. It's just enough of a difference to bother me. Anyway, back to the Flawn's Gift. When I was a kid back in the 60s, we had collectible bubblegum card kind of things. And it wasn't just baseball cards. It was Mad Magazine kind of imagery and weird stuff. And this guy, I don't remember his name, but he did these weird monster faces. And so he or somebody published this, don't like the backs, we published this set of playing cards with these weird monster faces on them. And I just thought, oh, that's kind of fun and silly. Some of them are silly. Some of them are really creepy and scary and eeky and ooky. And yeah. But it's kind of nostalgic for me. It kind of reminds me of when I was buying those big flat sheets of bubble gum that came with cards in a kind of a waxy wrapping. And you would collect them and compare them with trade them with your friends. So, I mean, these are weird. I haven't used this. I could read with it because I can read with a playing card deck, but anyway. Oh, and everything I show you today is just kind of a refresher. All the walkthroughs are on my channel if you really want to go deeper with any of these. You might have to dig pretty far back to find them. And they just use these sort of like, this company just uses these generic brown boxes with a sticker on it and then another sticker on the back to kind of hint at what deck it is. I never use this. I rarely look at it, but what the hell, I'm going to hang on to it just for nostalgia's sake. This is another one from that publisher or whatever. This is like monster, classic Hollywood monsters. And this one, oh, this has a nice back, actually. Nice back design. It's all black and white film images. Lugosi, Karloff, and I forget if there's somebody else. It's like Frankenstein, Dracula. Oh, there's the Mummy in there. I think it might just be Karloff and Lugosi, if you like that kind of thing. I don't know that I need to keep this. Don't know that anybody's going to want it. I might let this one go because I have a lot of these movies on DVDs, so I don't know that I need to look at them or play with them on cards. I just thought, the photographic imagery is so stark, and all these shadows and I thought maybe Lon Chaney Jr. was in here, but I don't see him. I don't see any wolfmen, werewolves. I think it's just Frankenstein, the Mummy, and Dracula, looks like. Oh, there's one that's not them. That's from Nosferatu. I don't know that I need to keep this, to tell you the truth. I think I'll keep the other weird, silly, goofy, creepy one, and I'll let this one go. Next we have, this was a gift from Simon when he was here last Christmas, and it's the Ehrenberg Tarot. I got to be honest, I never use this, but I have a feeling at some point I will. I have really figured that this is, I think over time, this is going to be a classic deck that everybody wants or needs in their collection. And so, I mean, it's funny, in a way, it kind of reminds me of the Aquarian Tarot. They're sort of like zoomed in images, and it feels like a classic. So, and also it was a gift, so I'm hanging on to this, but I have to say I don't use it, but maybe at some point I will. I think it's a really good deck. So that's the Ehrenberg Tarot. That's staying. Let's see. Oh, this is a tricky one. This is a weird size tin. I don't know if any of you ever played with the Dixit card games. I bought 2 or 3 box sets and then like pulled my favorite images and made them kind of into one deck. I think somewhere around here I have a second box full of the cards I didn't use. But I think in the end, I'm probably just going to let these go. It's like I never use them. I don't like cards that are weird sizes or that have words on the back. And I bought it sort of as an oracle deck to just kind of intuit from the images. And they're whimsical images, but I don't think I used it more than 2 or 3 times. And I always felt like I was kind of using it wrong. Not that there's a right or a wrong, but this was a sort of a game with its own set of rules or playing system. And I just kind of randomly decided to use these images as an oracle. So, I mean, they're kind of fun, whimsical paintings, but I don't know. I never look at them anymore. I don't think I need this. There's a good Halloween one with ghosts. Geez, I remember when Dixit was all the rage. Exactly. But yeah, not anymore. So that one that's going. So I'm already making space. Next is, I got this in a trade. This was the Deck of the Bastard that I got in a trade with Jen Phoenix. I can't remember what got traded. I think I gave her like 40 decks or something to sell and use the profits for Elle's schooling. But in exchange, she gifted me a couple of decks, like the this and the what's the famous Uzi deck, Simon? Oh, this is really bad. If at 73, I'm starting to lose my memory. Not good, not good. Deck of the Bastard is dark. Yeah, the imagery is dark. And this thing weighs a ton too. It's like, I don't know what kind of card stock this is, because the cards aren't thick. They feel thin, but it's so heavy. Pagan Otherworlds, thank you. Yeah, I got Pagan Otherworlds and Deck of the Bastard, and she gifted me some Bose headphones. So I definitely got, I feel like the better end of the deal. But anyway, really nice. And so these are both decks that I don't particularly use, but I think they're really good. I like the imagery in this one, but it's a little heavy and unwieldy. It's some of the imagery is kind of dark. But yeah, I mean, you can see lots of walkthroughs of this online. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did a walkthrough, but Simon's got one, I'm sure, maybe more than one. You'll find plenty of people that have done walkthroughs of this. I don't know if this is one of the ones where you had a choice of the back design, but this is the one. If you did, that's the one that she got. But even though I kind of have some issues with this, I'm going to hang on to this. Have I got the plastic one? I don't think so. I don't think it is. Anyway, another gift. I'll hold on to it. I'm not going to say I'm going to hold on to gifts forever if I never use them, but they're not in this round of departure. Next one that I have in a tin, and God knows I must have tossed the box on this. I'm sure I've got the book somewhere, is the Everyday Witch. And this is a deck that I kind of feel like everybody should have a copy of this at home. It's like, it really has several cards in there that kind of change my way of looking at tarot. It looks like I put them right at the top. The moon, I love the moon, where you've got this shadow of the panther in the pool. The cat becomes a panther in its reflection for the moon card. I love the death card. One door closes as one door opens, and having to move forward by severing the ties that hold you back, and how your future is kind of like misty or not clear, what you're moving through. So I love that. The Tower. This is the first deck that made me stop viewing the Tower card as a victimization card and more as one who can claim the power to shake things up as opposed to letting things shake you up. So, yeah, this is a really, really significant deck for me in my tarot learning. So even though I rarely use it anymore, I'm holding on to that. Let's see what we got. Everybody does, don't they? Everybody has it. Beth rehomed her Everyday Witch. Totally my own subjective prejudice. It's a really good reader, but too cutesy for me, just me. The part of the deck I don't care for I like the sort of cutesy kind of vintage pointy hat witches and stuff. I'm not a big dragon person, so I could do without the dragons. But the part that I don't relate to the most are the contemporary witch things where like they're doing yoga or having wine, out by the seaside or whatever. The ones that are sort of like classic witch images, with the striped stockings and riding brooms and little vintage shops where they have tinctures and potions and I love that stuff. Let's see. Kristen returned it. Marilyn doesn't have it. Nothing comes close to the Green Witch for me from Llewellyn Range. Beth loves the Green Witch too. Okay. Next, where are we? 138. Oh my God, I'm running out of space here. Just to one side. Now, what is this? This is the problem with stuff in bags. If you don't label the bags and don't have a great memory, it's hard to remember which decks are in which bags. Oh, this feels like a plastic one. Oh, it is. Oh. This one, it's a plastic deck. Very slippery. I don't know that I need this. These are the backs. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith one, but it's set in the dark. And I liked that approach, that these images are at night. So that was kind of fun, and that was the reason I got it. But I don't know. I might actually have another deck that's at night that's not slippery plastic like this. I think I'm going to let this one go. I mean, it's pretty typically Rider-Waite-Smith. You can see what the labels look like down there. But I'm generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of plastic decks. And sometimes they're just kind of too slippery to play with. This is weird. It's a sun on a black sky. Oh, that's a little creepy. Anyway, yeah, I think I can let this one go. My copy of Discovering Beauty is out for delivery. My 3 favorite words out for delivery. I try and get unique bags that match the decks. I also saw somebody had got little plastic tags like you attach to like keys or key rings, and they put, I can't remember what her channel was. Was it Tony? Was it Antoinette? I'm not sure. It was either her or somebody else whose name I've forgotten. Had little tags that were labeled on the drawstrings of the bags. That Shauna, Beth says Shauna. Why do I not remember Shauna? Anyway, I think it was a kind of a good idea, because then, you just like flip the drawstring, you can see the tag and the name of it. Might be worth considering. Anyway, this one's gonna go. What's next? Ooh. Well, I shouldn't even show this now. I'll save this. This is, well, I don't have the deck in here. This is just an empty box because I have the deck somewhere else. It's this little tarot thing, Tarot the Complete Kit, which I think is also maybe called like Neo Tarot or something. Tarot Neo Tarot. I don't remember. But it's by Running Press. And it's like one of those little checkout counter type deals, which aren't available anymore, but you usually can find a lot of these used for a fairly cheap price. And I bought one from Sunset Bow Tarot, and it immediately got lost. I have no idea where it fell, or I lost it. Then I ordered one online on eBay, and that one of the cards had a visible crease in it, which bugged the hell out of me. So I ordered the third one. So in my apartment somewhere, there are 3 copies of this. I only know where 2 of them are. No, one of them. Well, I have one in a little drawstring bag that's on one of my trays on my bed, but I don't keep the box with it. Probably could toss the box, actually. I'm going to put this in the background for potential tossing of the box. Well, I got one with the book in the box and another separate book where I might have ordered it somewhere that didn't come with a box. I don't know. Anyway, that may end up in the trash, that box, but I'm keeping that deck. I like that deck, and it will come up again when I get to the trays. This one is the Sortilegios Majors Only deck. It was a limited edition from the UK by Unfamiliar Spirits. 50 copies. This was 41 of 50 signed. And it's such a peculiar deck. Again, a lot of you don't care for Majors Only, but there is a little book with it and a color card copy kind of thing. Actually like that better as a back than the solarized or polarized version. I don't care for those dark colors. There's a little explanation card in there, and these are most peculiar illustrations, but I do like them. I love the Hanged Man. It's such beautiful art. And they don't have names on them. They just have the numbers and the image. But if you know your... Hi, Maruda. If you know your archetypes, then you can work with them. This one is sort of by gender. What do you call it? Hermaphroditic? I don't know. No, this I don't remember what it is, so I have to look. 3. Oh, it must be the Empress. Ooh, this looks like like tattoo art, doesn't it? This must be the Hermit, right? What is that? Is that the tower? Yes. Again, I have to look at the numbers to be absolutely sure. But generally speaking, you can kind of figure it out from the imagery. Very kind of peculiar, strange, odd art. Somebody may be in the sort of Patrick Valenza school of weirdness. I like the color palette. I like that they're on sort of like bone color cards and they're borderless. Pictures are wild, so pretty. So I'm gonna hang on to this, even though I rarely use it. I think it's like kind of an oddity, and it's a limited edition. And I think I saw this actually through Ben on his old channel, Beneficial Tarot. Ben, I don't know what happened to him. He seems to keep coming and going. So I don't know what the deal is there. But anyway, I'm holding on to that. Where are we at? 147. We have time for a few more. May not finish the whole shelf. What is this? Ooh, this looks like it might be a problem deck. It's a plain white box. Oh, yes. This was one of my disaster purchases. Even the box is sort of like unglued and not great. I had kind of high hopes for this, but I think it's like, I don't know if it's counterfeit or if it just wasn't done with proper allowance. It's a Charlie Brown deck. I don't even know if I did a walkthrough of it. I might have, but it's the images are from Charlie Brown, and it looks like they might have used Pixie's font, but a lot of them are really pixelated images, or some of them are kind of blurry or sketchy, and yeah, it just wasn't very well done. And also, I don't think legal permission was gotten to do this. But I do think it would be kind of cool if Charles Schultz's estate put out a Charlie Brown deck. That could be kind of neat. But some of these images, like this is pretty dark. You can kind of see Peppermint Patty in the dark there, but I don't know. It's not a great deck. It has potential to be, but it's just doesn't look as bad as I remembered as I'm showing it on camera. But I think in real light, it's really poorly done. It wasn't on Make Playing Cards. I can't remember where. I think I don't remember if I saw a walkthrough on somebody's channel or if it just kind of flew by as an advertisement on a Facebook page or something. I don't know. Can't remember where I got it. And this is one of those decks that, because it doesn't feel legit, I don't know if I should even pass it on or if it just should go right in the trash. Anyway, I'm going to put it with my letting go decks, and I can decide later how to let it go. Now we come to my Blushing Fool. And this is believe it was Melissa Zupan. Was that her name? Did a lot of work with Brett. I got the name wrong. Palazzo. Brett? Brent? Brad? Oh my God. I'm Brent. Okay. Thank you, Simon. I need Simon to walk around with me everywhere and supply my memory because he's about 20 years younger than me. And more, I'm forgetting things. I mean, if I have time to remember them, they come up. But like when I'm on the spot live, I notice I'm forgetting more and more. And I'm not doing editing here because it's live. So I just kind of have to rely on you guys in the chat to help me out. Yes, Brent Palazzo. That's becoming clear. Anyway, Melissa Zupan, she knew in the chats or whatever that I was looking for a blushing fool, but I said, I don't know what to look for or how to find a legit one online when I'm shopping. So she saw one in her travels on eBay and sent me the link and said, here's one available. And I followed up and I ordered it. So I have it. So thank you, Melissa, for helping me acquire a blushing fool, or as I call it, a rash young fool, because I don't think the face looks like it's blushing. It looks more like a bad rash. So that's my blushing, aka rash young fool deck, which I'm very happy to have. That one's definitely staying. Next is my Tarot de Marsella by Robledo. Know if you Tarot de Marsella. Know if you guys have this one or know about this one. I love this. Oh my God, this is like of the sort of standard classical Marseille decks. This is my absolute favorite. I can't remember if it was Mendy or Masha or who, one of those gals, I think, shared this with me in a walkthrough, and I just love it. I love that the cards the backs are beautiful. The cards are just the perfect size. They're the perfect width. They're not unwieldy. The color's beautiful. There's shading on, sort of three-dimensional shading, and the imagery. They're just so well done. And I used to really hate the garish primary colors, but somehow they feel toned down here. The tones are slightly warmer. They're shaded, and they're against this sort of like parchment or ivory color kind of background, beige background. It's like the best restoration. I don't even know if restoration is the right word, of the line work and the imagery that I've ever seen, and I just absolutely love it. It makes a old-fashioned Marseille style drawing woodblock deck with primary colors. It makes it workable for me. So I'm just really thrilled to have this. And this is not the most recent edition. I think, oh my God, I'm forgetting his name again, Parker. Justin Michael in Philadelphia bought a more recent edition of this. I'm not sure why. And I think he said either the printing didn't suit him or the cardstock wasn't good or whatever. But this one, this I think actually won an award. Deck awarded as Historical Deck of the Year 2013 by the Tarot Association. So yeah, if you can find this, I mean, just the best, just the best. I don't know, Simon, if you have that one or not. know Simon's still here. He's getting ready for his show. Let's see, 1:56. I have 4 minutes to go. I may not finish out this shelf, but let's see. What is this in a pink? I think I know what this is. I think, yes, this is a Carol Herzer deck. The problem is I couldn't tell you the name of which Carol Herzer deck it is. It's kind of like bridge size cards, and the colors are really pretty, but I can't remember which one. I have two by her, and I think I'm ready to let one go, but I have to look again to remember which one I'm ready to let go. It's a little bit warped. One of them is a little bit sharper I think this one is the one I might be letting go. This is sharper imagery. Let me see. Is the other one in here? No, that's something else. Oh, here it is. Ugh. This is one of the pouches that she sent me. It's for the other deck. Yeah, I think I'm keeping this one. This one, the images are a little less refined. They just sort of like, everything has a kind of an aura or a halo about it with it, which at first I just thought, oh, it's all out of focus. It's blurry. But somehow I kind of really like that kind of bleeding of the colors. So if I only have one Carol Herzer deck, I think it's going to be this one. So that's that. Whatever this one's called, and I don't remember. I really should keep like a little card or a tag in each bag. I mean, since I have a channel, just to remember what the names of these things are. Okay, that one's staying. And this one's going to go, whatever this one's called. I'm happy to have a Carol Herzer deck. Says Deanne. I think Simon's left us. Hey, Nomi. Hi, tarot friends. Beautiful cards, those Carol Herzer decks. I might not keep this in this pouch, but I think the deck itself, I think, is going. So there's that. I only have about 3 more. Well, one of them is my Eyes Wide Tarot, which lovely Deanne has a copy of this, and she may be one of the few other people that appreciates it. I'm not even that crazy about it myself, but I did it out of like geometric shapes, sort of collaged. And the nicest thing for me about it is the colors. I really like the colors in this deck, the color palette. But the images are really simplified, and I did it to kind of show that you don't have to have art talent. If you can manipulate shapes on a page, kind of like collage style, you can create your own deck pretty easily. But also I very rarely use pip decks. So anyway, it's mine. I'm hanging on to it. Here's another Peggy bag. Pretty. Love this. Oh, another Rider-Waite Smith. This one was, I did keep a track of. This was called the Diamond Flare Tarot, and I got it on Etsy. And it's like another kind of handmade deck. And it's black and white on a kind of a, I don't know what you call that kind of background. They kept the same background for every card and just overlaid the black and white line work, which I kind of like it better if the backs shift, that it's not just kind of, the same thing on every card. But gee, I don't know. This is one I'm thinking about. I don't know that I need this. I think I'm keeping the tea stain tarot, which is very similar. The difference is that this one has a different feel to the card because they're laminated and they, yeah, I don't know, sort of a plasticky kind of feeling. I think I might let this go and keep the bag. I know I have a lot today, and I only have a couple more. I'm running a little bit late, but I want to show these to you. I only have 3 left, so let me try and get through them quick. The little Tarot Marseille in a box. This is, I mean, if you're going to buy a mass market Tarot de Marseille, this one's pretty good. It's a Lo Scarabeo. I like the size of the cards. They are mini, but they're kind of a comfortable mini size for overhand shuffling. And they have a nice back, could be trimmed. They have nice coloring, So, I mean, as decks go, it's, and Marseille decks, it's nice. I like it. Let's see, what year was it? 2019. So, and it's nice and, transportable in a little hard box that has a linen finish on it. I'll hang on to that. I have the Forest Fae Oracle deck. It's got a magnetic hinge. These are kind of like domino shaped cards, long and skinny. And I don't use oracles, and I don't particularly care for the sayings on these, but I do love the imagery of these elven folk, fairy types. It's pretty. I'll probably hang on to this. That's a nice image. And 2 last ones. The Practical Wisdom Tarot in a nice box. This is by, I can't remember who. Is it Ethany? No. I don't remember. But the nice thing about this is it's great for a beginner if you're learning tarot, because they're bridge size cards with a nice back, and they have the image and the interpretation right on the card, so you can read fresh out of the box without any difficulties. So that's a cool thing to have. I don't need it, but I hang on to it. It might be good to gift a beginner someday. So have a built-in house gift deck. So yeah, I hang on to that. And then the last one I have here, I'm not sure why this is in a tin. I might find the box and put it back in the box because I rarely use it. The Edmund Dulac Tarot. This is really pretty, but some of the images are kind of dark. So it lacks some clarity in some of the images. They're not real sharp. But I do like it doesn't have the multiple languages of Lo Scarabeo. It has symbols. And so some of the images is a little bit much going on. But I do love fairy tales. I love the Edmund Dulac illustrations. And I'm not sure about this. I think I'll hang on to this for 6 months and then re-decide. So Thank you one and all for joining me today. And you can see how many did I put to get rid of? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 decks. So that's pretty good. 8 decks to go. And next time I'll see you with shelf number 8. Bye, everybody. And thank you for joining me today.